Hey guys, hey everybody. Welcome to Virtual Summit Revolution. We're going to get started in just a moment. I see so many people already joined. I would love to share this Zoom on Facebook. So that's what I'm doing right now so that anybody, if the line maxes out, people can watch on Facebook. All right. So come on right in and we'll start in a moment. Okay. Virtual Summit Revolution. We're all here. It's Friday. It's amazing. We are live. I know so many people will question, are we live? Is this a recording? What is going on? So yes, we are absolutely live. And I'm excited to have you all. We have a lot of people registered for the call. I'm a bit quiet, Lynn says. Let's see if I can make it a little louder. I think I am as loud as I can possibly be. See if you can up your volume on your end. If you guys can hear me okay, say yes, just so I know that the connection is good and you can hear me well, just to get an idea. Awesome, thank you. And I see Leslie, Alexandra, Greg, Christine, Melody, Phil, Gerardo, Michael, Vicky. Awesome. Okay. Hopefully this is just something that you can fix on your end, Lynn. The thing about this kind of technology is that I have literally zero control over what you are receiving as a picture and the sound. And my hope and prayer is that it works and the gods of technology are with us today so that I could share all this cool stuff with you. Charlotte, Dr. Lisa, welcome guys. I'm excited to have you here. Awesome. All right. And I believe we're also sharing this on Facebook, which is always great. Okay, so let's get started. Looks and sounds great. Thank you, Robert. Awesome. So I'm excited to have you here, guys. We're going to talk about virtual summits and telesummits, a strategy that has proven to be the most powerful, most long-lasting, and the fastest way to put you and your business on the track for 6 or even 7 figures. I truly don't know any other strategy that comes even close to being able to, transform your business in as many ways as a virtual summit can. And if you're new to summit, you are also in the right place because you're going to discover how a simple virtual event can revolutionize your business. This is why this training is called Virtual Summit Revolution, right? So welcome everybody. I'd love to know from you guys if you have ever hosted, spoken at a summit or attended a virtual summit before. So go ahead and post in the comments so I can see what your experience has been around this. I mean, clearly you're here, so you know that summits are powerful, and maybe you are wondering what's up with summits today because it's not a new strategy. In fact, some people think that it's an outdated strategy, and I'm here to prove them wrong, and you'll see why. But hosting a virtual summit is really the fastest path to having a waiting list of clients and people lining up to work with you. It can put you on the map very quickly and instantly turn you into an industry leader, just like that. And you can do an online summit even if you have no list and no product, right? So let me see what people are saying here. Never hosted. What is a virtual summit? Only attended, neither one. Speaker for about 8 summits. Wonderful. Hosted 2, attended, and they were a lot of work. They can be, unless you are learning from the Queen of Simplicity. And I'm here to simplify it for you today. Spoken, attended, spoken, not hosted. Participated in speaking. Not yet. Yes, have attended and also been Zoomed to speak on someone else's. Neither organization has hosted telesummit for 5 years, never hosted. No list. You don't need a list, so stick around to see why not. You haven't hosted, but want to host over an upcoming one for an upcoming launch, which is actually a really cool reason to do a virtual summit as a promotion, as a way to generate interest for your upcoming launch. So I'm sure you've seen many summits out there, and maybe even you learned about them before. And what I want to say to you is forget everything you've ever heard about virtual summits or telesummits, because what I will teach you today will blow your mind. Nobody else is teaching this stuff. So you are in the right place if you want to learn about virtual summits. And I'll be sharing both basic ideas about summits, like what it is and how it works, and more advanced ideas, like why some summits fall flat or even fail. So you definitely want to pay attention. And also, I'll stay a little later today and answer your questions. I am planning about 60 minutes, no more than that. Maybe Q&A will go a little longer, but we'll definitely be done before the end of the hour. And I'll give you a link to the free gift that I promised, my virtual summit planner, so that you could start planning it even, as this week continues. Now, you may know that I am the creator of the original virtual summit. When I first started my business, I remember I really wanted to go to all these cool events and business conferences, but I had two small children at home and I couldn't really travel at that time. So I decided that I would just create my own. I had this idea to bring, different experts together in a unique way and just, create this experience. And I named it, I'm actually gonna share my screen with you for just a second. Trying to get there. Okay, let me see if this will let me open it. Yeah, there we go. So I named it Coaching Telesummit. That was my very first summit. And it was also the very first telesummit and virtual summit in the world in 2005. And I'm actually going to switch to slides so I could share some things. You may not see me all the time, but I promise you I'm still here. We're still live, but it's going to be easier for me to focus just on the slides so that my screen doesn't split here. But what I wanted to tell you is that this was the very first such event. And before that, I was completely unknown. I designed websites and sold ebooks. This was my website before the Telesummit. Nobody really knew me in the coaching industry. And when I hosted the summit, it literally put me on the map in my niche. Within just a few weeks, thousands of people in my industry saw my name. It was just phenomenal, incredible. They were talking about me. They were joining my mailing list. They were buying my ebooks. And they were asking me if I had room for new clients. All of the things that I really didn't expect to happen, because all I was doing was having fun creating an event like this that I didn't have to travel to. So all of that was kind of cherry on top. And I built my list. So most importantly, for the first time in my life, I actually had a 6-figure year. It was very game changing for me and transformed my business and my life in ways I never imagined. By the way, if you're thinking that this was 2005, it was then, and this is now, let me reassure you that a summit can have the same impact on your business today as it did years ago, if you do it right. So I'm glad you're here with me. I'm going to teach you how to do that right. And since my summit, I built several million-dollar businesses. I had published a best-selling book. I built a list of almost 100,000 subscribers and followers. I bought a house of my dreams. And most importantly, I put my kids, my 2 little kids that grew up too fast, through college. And I paid off 100% of their tuition as a result of running my telesummits and my virtual summits. Now, I've been watching other people do virtual summits, and many of them just miss the mark. And so today, I really want to show you how to create a summit that is really unique, not something that people will just glaze over and say, oh, not another summit, but a summit that will be truly valuable, profitable, game-changing, right? A summit that will attract many clients and opportunities to your door. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the Q&A. I will get to them a little later, but I'm not watching them right now as much. So unless there is like a problem, I will probably continue with the conversation about virtual summits. So hopefully you can see me and hear me really well. And so in case you are new to summits, let me tell you what it is. So a virtual summit is an event, and it's conducted online or over a conference line where you are interviewing guests over the course of several days. A virtual summit is delivered virtually, so you never actually have to leave your home, which of course was very appealing to me, right? And regardless of your business experience or income level, you can host a virtual summit and change your business and your life. That's what happens with people who actually do a summit correctly. Let me see. There's one message I see. Want to make sure that everything is okay. Um, this is so funny. I get this question every single time. I got this on Wednesday. What platform do you recommend for summits? I'm assuming, Sarah, that by this question you mean video, like which platform you use to interview your guest experts. Zoom is my favorite. I know some people will use Facebook Live. Yes, yeah, Zoom, absolutely. Clearly, I'm using Zoom. I love it. Aureus says, I would like to learn more about monetizing summits to become an affiliate. Will you be providing a recording? Yes, I will be. Wow, there's so many questions that I missed today. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yes, we're going to be talking about monetizing for sure. I haven't hosted. Okay, I think I got all of it. All right, so yeah, so that's what a virtual summit is. It's first and foremost is it's an event, right? Let me tell you why a virtual summit works and why it is so beyond anything else out there. There's really no other tool that can elevate your business in so many ways in just a few short months. Typically, a summit takes 90 days to create, to plan and create. It doesn't mean you're going to be working every day for 8 hours a day. It just means the planning process and everything takes about 90 days. But I also will tell you that I had somebody in my program a few months ago in this very program. She did a summit in 2 weeks. So it can be done faster. It all depends on your pace and how you work, right? So here's just a few reasons of why summits absolutely unparalleled to any other strategy. You get to put your business on the map fast. You could spend years, writing a book, building your credibility, creating your online presence, building your audience, or you can host a virtual summit and put yourself on the map within just 90 days, right? It's just so much faster because a summit really allows you to attract massive attention in your niche and get hundreds or maybe thousands of people discovering you. I love this idea of being discovered, not just selling to people your services and products and whatever you do, but being discovered. That was my favorite thing because I didn't like selling and I didn't like sales. And I wasn't very good at it. And so for me to be discovered and for somebody to come up and say, I saw your summit. I was on your summit. Do you take clients? That was like music to my ears. The best thing that ever happens. You get to explode the size of your mailing list and your social media following because you get to leverage other people's audiences to get more people to your summit and to your list, right? Because other people promote you, your guest speakers promote you. And speaking of that, you also get to build relationships with these speakers. They become your affiliates and referral partners, not only for your summit, but also for the future projects, right? You get to align yourself with industry leaders. When you do a summit, you get to bring industry experts together, and that positions you as the leader of leaders, right? And you are seen as the go-to expert in your niche as a result of that alignment, right? Now, if you've been trying to find a way to approach some people in your industry, collaborate with them, but you weren't really sure how to do that, this is such a simple and perfect opportunity to collaborate with people. And it doesn't feel pushy or salesy. You're simply extending an invitation to be a part of your event, right? You also get to create your own community and your own passionate tribe. The number of people coming to you within a few weeks while you're promoting and running your summit allows you to create a community and do it really fast because everyone is coming in at the same time. So I'm going to kind of do a side note real quick. Some of you may know that I was a business partner in another company a couple years ago, and that entire company was based on community. And when my business partner and I started, came up with this idea and started working on it, we knew that in order to build the community, we couldn't do it one person at a time. We needed to do something big, right? And so that's what a summit really does for you. It brings a lot of people to you all at once, and that's how you start your community, right? As a result of running your summit, you also get to create a high quality product. If done right, your summit can actually become a new product for your business that you can sell over and over again. I've been selling my summits for years. First as CDs, then as membership sites, online recordings. I offered them as bonuses to my coaching programs. So if you don't have a product to sell right now online, or if you want another product to sell or use as a bonus for your products, you can actually use your summit as a product, and that will allow you to boost your income like nothing else, right? And then the last big reason and big opportunity here for you is you get to be invited to speak and attract other visibility opportunities. All that visibility and relationships that you're creating from doing the summit, from people just discovering you, you start getting invited to their events, their summits, their projects. You get to be, top of mind on your topic in your niche. So you naturally get invited more and you get even more visibility, right? So can you see, guys, how a summit is not just something like a standalone project? It really allows you to grow your business, to accelerate your business without pushing every day, right? It's truly the ultimate strategy. If you're a coach, author, speaker, expert, you're trying to get out there, you're trying to build your brand, your tribe, and make money as a result, right? So I believe right now, in all my heart, that hosting a virtual summit is the absolute best use of your time. That is what a summit can do for you. So if you are excited about the possibilities that a virtual summit can open up for you, but maybe you're not sure how to do it, how to organize and host your summit, I will demystify this whole thing for you today. In fact, you'll actually walk away from today's training knowing exactly how to put together your own virtual summit. I'll give you my 5 steps, or I call them my 5 success pillars for creating a virtual summit. I'm going to give you all the information that you need, and I'll give you my virtual summit planner as a gift, as a thank you for coming to the training. So, be sure to stay to the end, and I'll demystify it for you, and I'll give you the planner. And if you decide that you don't want to do this alone and you want me to help you with this, then you will have an opportunity to join me in my 10-week training and coaching program called Summits Made Simple. And I walk you through every step of designing and hosting a successful summit. I'm very hands-on with my students, and this is the only program right now where somebody, especially the person who held the world's first telesummit, somebody actually guides you step by step and gives you feedback and mentoring as you're putting your summit together. Let's start. Let me see if there, I'm seeing some questions here. I think you should post your face on the mountain climber. Tracy, too funny. Sarah is asking, do you pay speakers on a summit? What is their expectation likely to be if they are a big name of their industry? So I'll talk about the big names in a second. I'll actually have something that you might find surprising, but no, you don't pay your speakers. You find speakers who are interested and excited about being on your summit. And I'll give you a couple of ways to get them excited and give them the reasons to be excited, right? Do you pay speakers on a summit? What is the expectation? Okay, you asked that question twice. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. Cool, I think we're good. So let's talk about why now is the best time to host your summit. The reason that summits are so popular is because people really want to connect, gather, and belong. If you're taking notes, this would be a good thing for you to write down. In general, this is why coaching is popular, group coaching. This is why membership sites are popular. This is why people love going to live events, except in this case, no travel is required, right? Many people don't want to do this. They want to do this. They want to connect, gather, and belong without having to spend time and money on travel. So the fact that it's virtual, it gives such an amazing advantage over anything else out there. And it's also a lot easier to host and to participate in a summit than, say, 10 years ago, because more people understand how to use all this technology, social media. Zoom. Like it's so funny, guys. But years ago, I would say 2, 3 years ago, somebody invited me on a Zoom call, and I said, "What's Zoom?" I was clueless, and today I use it literally every single day. Well, at least 4 times a week. I use it with my coaching clients. I use it to run my Summits Made Simple program, my inner circle. I mean, I use it for everything, and to run a webinar like this. So people are so much more savvy these days. So it's a lot easier than ever before. You don't have to explain what's a conference line. How do you get on a conference line? For the most part, people are familiar with this technology. And most importantly, virtual summits are about to reach a tipping point. So what does that mean? Well, every industry, every niche, field, profession is going to host their own virtual summit. I've seen virtual summits on migraines, on stress, on parenting, on self-publishing, on making money with art, on nutrition, on fitness, on just many more topics. So this idea is really about to reach a tipping point. And if you don't do it in your niche, someone else will. I want to say this again. If you don't do a summit in your niche, on your topic, someone else will. And if you don't know what your niche is, we can definitely talk about that and kind of get focused a little bit more. But someone else will grab this opportunity and host a summit on your topic of expertise. Someone else will dominate your niche. And of course, the good news that they're not here, but you are with me learning from the inventor of TeleSummit. And I am doing my best today to guide you in creating your own virtual summit. I'm sharing everything that I possibly can share with you in a matter of 60 minutes. So let me just say also this, that even though a virtual summit is great, and it can be a complete game changer for your business, you could actually end up spending time and energy and not get the results you expect, right? So I want to share with you the 2 biggest misconceptions about summits. When you understand them, your virtual summit is going to stand out from the rest and attract great experts and a ton of participants. So it's really important that you put yourself in the position of not having to struggle through your summit. And I'm going to take a look to see if there are any other questions. Sarah is asking, how broad or narrow a specific topic would you recommend to make a virtual summit? So you're talking about a theme, Sarah. And so whenever you are thinking of coming up with a theme, there's so many factors that are part of it. For example, what is your niche? What is your goal? What is your business goal? What is your vision? What is your message? What is your mission? Are you trying to, who do you want to be known as, right? What do you want to be seen as the go-to expert on? All of these factors play together. In fact, that's one of the first things I do in Summits Made Simple is I send you a virtual summit theme assessment so we could land on the right theme. And I personally review it, give you my ideas, and you will land on something that is going to be right for you. Hopefully that answers your question, Sarah. Okay, let's talk about the 2 misconceptions. All right, so the first one is a big one. I feel like my initial TeleSummit idea got lost in translation because a virtual summit is not an interview series, right? So that is the misconception, is that it is an interview series, but I'm sure you've seen summits where it's just a bunch of interviews. The way that I teach you and the way I do it is completely different. So on the outside, it may seem that a virtual summit is just a series of interviews, but it's only an illusion. Let me tell you why. Yes, you interview your guests, but a summit is actually a training event. It's an idea exchange. It's an opportunity to bring people together from your niche and share best practices. That's what a summit is. If you look for the definition of the word summit, you will see that it's a meeting of the heads of the government, heads of the industry, heads of the expert field, right? So this is how you create a summit that becomes a valuable training product that you can sell. Because you not only want people to sign up, you want them to show up, right? I mean, I had people from Australia waking up at 4 a.m. to make sure that they were there. So that's the difference. You want to put something together that people are craving the next session, and they're waking up early or they're staying up late just to show up, right? Now, very few people know that the very first virtual summit in the world, my Coaching TeleSummit in 2005, it was actually created as a mastermind, guys. It was a mastermind, which I simply decided to open to the public. I saw it more as an opportunity for industry experts to come together, to get to know each other, share ideas, lead conversations on important topics facing the industry. And it was essentially a virtual roundtable open to an audience. That's why my summits have always received so many rave reviews, and they would always stand out above any other summit out there. And so that's what I want to show you how to do. Um, when summits host miss this important understanding, they end up with just another boring summit. And that's exactly what I want to show you how to avoid, right? You want something that will get attention, something that will be unique, game changing for everybody, for you, for your speakers, and for your audience. So that's the first misconception. The second, let me take a look at the questions. I didn't think I could juggle, but apparently I can. This is me from Aussie right now. Hi, Beth. I hope you're not totally falling asleep off the chair, but I'm so grateful that you're here. And Kirsten says, I just put my kids to bed in Uganda to learn more. That's awesome. I'm so excited to hear that. All right, so let's talk about the second misconception. The second misconception is an interesting one, and it can cost you a lot of signups and sales. And most importantly, if you don't understand this misconception, you're going to be so frustrated during your summit. So I'm excited that I get to share with you this one today. So misconception number 2 is that a virtual summit is a pure list building event. This is so subtle that most people actually miss it. And I don't want you to miss this important distinction. Although a virtual summit is an incredible list building opportunity and you will grow your list and your audience, most people are teaching summit as a list building event. And what happens when you approach it that way? The people that you're trying to partner with, your guest experts, they feel frustrated. They feel being used because not only do you ask them to participate as a guest expert, you also require them to promote your summit to their entire list, right? Now, there's nothing wrong, in asking your speakers to promote your summit. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's the nature of a virtual summit, where your guest experts are also your potential partners, right? But if done incorrectly, it can, if you come from the position of requiring them to promote in order to be a guest speaker, they're going to be immediately turned off because it feels pushy and salesy. It's like, oh, you don't want my expertise. You don't like me. You just want my list, right? And as a result, you will lose potentially amazing speakers who have a lot to bring to your event. And if you do it the way I teach you, they will actually promote even without you asking them. That is the key to approaching a summit. A virtual summit is so much more than a list building venture. It's your opportunity to get an awesome product together, to align yourself with other experts, to boost your credibility, and then to leverage all of it to grow your audience and get more results. So that's what a virtual summit really does. And I hope you're getting really excited about hosting your own summit, because it's truly the best way to give your business and your income a boost. Now, I'm going to share with you the 5 pillars of creating a successful summit. And let me just say that most people overcomplicate summits. That's why I am so excited to simplify and demystify this topic for you. Somebody shared with me very kindly yesterday that, Milana, when you teach something, even if I heard it dozens of times before, it actually sinks in when you teach it. So I'm hoping to do that for you guys today. Now, there are 5 pieces to putting together a successful summit. What I do in my program is I walk you through each step in depth, of course, and show you how to connect the dots between the summit and your business, because that's the secret sauce. That's the real secret to success with your summit. Don't do it as a standalone project. Connect it to your business, to the rest of your business, right? So I want you to create an event that will really make a difference to your business, that will put you on the road to success, something that will get attention, that will be unique for everybody, right? Now, again, a little later today, I'm going to be giving you access to my virtual summit planner so that you can start planning your own summit. So definitely be sure to stay to the end to get the link. But for now, let me share with you the 5 pillars that make up the foundation of a successful summit. Now, whether you choose to get my help with creating your summit or you just choose to do this on your own, I really believe that there is a lot of value in understanding what these 5 pillars are. What I'll do right now is I'm going to share with you each pillar. I'm going to give you a few tips to get started, and then I'll tell you what we'll cover in each pillar during the program. So that way, you know what else needs to be addressed, but I'll get to cover all 5 of them, right? Okay, let me see if there are any other questions that I missed. Do you sell during the summits? You can, Trevor. You absolutely can. You want to do it strategically. You want to pick a, somebody asked me yesterday, do you speak on your own summit as an expert? Absolutely. I mean, that's why you're doing it, to position yourself as an expert on something, right? So you can sell during your own session, or you can invite people during your session on something else, like a free webinar or a free strategy session, or some other freebie that indicates their interest in your specific topic. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as well. Let's see, I also see a couple of other questions here. Sister Janet says, this is wonderful, awesome. I'm just going to dismiss the questions so they don't pop, they don't blink at me. Okay, so let's talk about the pillars. Picking the right theme is so important. I just cannot tell you how important it is to get the right theme. And so many people get this wrong. It sounds simple, but it's a science and art to pick the right theme for your virtual summit. If you pick the wrong theme, it'll be harder to get speakers, to attract signups, and to really achieve all that success and growth that I've been talking about, right? That's why pillar number 1 is really focusing on choosing a powerful theme that will make your summit stand out and shine, or, you know, above the rest, right? I get invited to be a summit speaker at least 20 times a year. I receive dozens of invitations to attend a summit. And I will say to you that I probably gave a yes. I said yes twice this year, because I usually know when a summit is going to be great and when a summit is going to go unnoticed. And there's nothing worse that, you know, putting together a summit that will go unnoticed, right? Because you're doing it to gain massive visibility. So what a bummer for somebody to spend so much, you know, time, energy, and creativity to only end up with a summit that doesn't get noticed by the right people in the industry, right? So not having a strong theme also shows me that this person doesn't understand marketing. They don't have a strong message, and most likely they will not attract an audience, right? So how do you land on a hot, powerful, great theme? What you want to do is you want to connect your theme to the bigger vision for your business. You want to connect it to your vision, to your products and services that you want to offer to summit participants. You want to connect it to your biggest message so that it immediately brands you, and to the biggest challenges that your audience is experiencing so that people actually sign up, right? So a summit theme is an important decision. Get the wrong theme and everything will, I don't want to say crumble, but it will definitely be a lot harder and less effective. And so what we do when we start in my program, we actually run your theme through a series of test questions. I give you a test to make sure that your summit theme is right on the money so that you can attract great speakers and a large audience, right? We start with a virtual summit assessment so that you can land on a theme. And then step 2 is we actually run your theme through a series of test questions. And that's how you know that your theme is going to really serve you, right? Okay, pillar number 2, oh, let me see if there are any questions. Okay. What is the minimum number of delegates? I'm guessing you mean speakers that you would recommend. We'll get to that in pillar number 3, I believe, if we talk about speakers. But I will say 12 to 20. Oh, participants in the audience, thousands. I recommend as many as possible, as many as you can get, because your goal is to get attention from your audience, right? And you want your audience to be as big as possible. The minimum number. I don't know how to answer that question. I never go for the minimum. I go for as many people as I can get. I mean, if you, that's the thing. So, okay, I think I know what you're asking. maybe what you're asking, Sarah, is if you get only 5 people to sign up for your summit, should you still do your summit? Actually, one of my friends who is very successful at creating summits, Christine Closer, she was in my audience when I first taught it, and she runs this awesome summit called Transformational Author Experience. She and I talked about this, and I said to her, would you still recommend for somebody to do a summit, even if they get only like 20, 30 people? And she said, absolutely. And I agree with that, because a summit is something that you can then leverage. You can market it to your existing audience. You can put it on CDs, you can transcribe it, turn it into a book like somebody in my program is doing right now. You can, it's a tool, it's a positioning tool. And of course, I will show you how to get an audience so that you don't ask this question with concern, which I understand, absolutely. So hopefully that helps. I see 2 more questions. Carlin is saying, some summits are video, some summits are audio, some both. Is there one way that you recommend? So I did a telesummit early in my career, telesummit over the phone. And there's some people who still do a telesummit. There's a very successful telesummit in the recruiting industry. The guy has never done any video. It's always on the phone. And I will say to you that people in his audience totally don't mind. It's very passive learning for them. They just pay hundreds of dollars to be in it, and then they participate. Clip, yes, I'm going to replay this a little later today. I'm going to send a replay to everybody. So if you can't make it right now, that's fine. But I'm here to answer your questions live. So there's an advantage of staying here with me. So yeah, it's really, Carlin, up to you how you want to do it. A video, of course, is recommended now because people have a very short attention span, and they do want to a little bit more engagement, and video is really good with that. All right. Let's see, I think I have all the questions here. Okay, let me just move on, and I'll answer more questions when we get to Q&A. So that's really all about pillar number 1, is coming up with a great theme. The next pillar is all about designing your summit for success, for engagement, for unsolicited testimonials. You want those, right? And of course, for income. Now, your summit should be designed around your most important goal. That's why in the program, we'll start with the end in mind and really identify your the biggest goal of your summit when it comes to growing your business. You'd be surprised how different the goals of every summit leader are. I have people in my program that I ran recently, a few months ago. Some people wanted to build their list. Some people just wanted to establish themselves in the industry. Some people wanted to collaborate. Other people wanted to launch a product that was coming up next, right? So, and some people just want to do it for branding purposes. They wanted to be recognized and say, I want to be seen as the expert on this topic, therefore I need to do a summit on this topic. Perfect. So we can identify that goal. But it's really important to choose the right topics for your summit so that people are excited to sign up and to attend. And I'll reveal my biggest secret about this right now. So most people choose speakers first and topics last. Sorry guys, I need a sip of drink. I've been talking all week and my voice is starting to go down a little bit. So most people really focus on inviting the speakers first, and then they decide what topics they want to teach or they want them to teach. What I recommend is actually the opposite. The way I teach you to do this is to first come up with the topics that you want to cover, and then find the experts that you can interview. That is how you create a really valuable summit, and you get a lot of people who want to sign up for it because they're going to learn something. It's a big mistake to think that people sign up for summits to be inspired. That's something that I have seen over and over again. Yes, we want to be inspired. Yes, we want to hear life stories and success stories. But what we really want to do is learn, right? We want to walk away with some new piece of knowledge that we didn't have before, right? And so, and by the way, I'll teach you how to present and how to position every session in a way that builds up the excitement and the perceived value of your event. Let me give you another tip, and nobody's doing it and nobody seems to be teaching it. And my students are doing it, and I was doing it very successfully. And it's so simple. Start your summit with a panel discussion. You can do it live or you can pre-record it, but it's one of the best way to get your audience engaged and your guest experts excited about your summit right off the bat. Again, people were waking up early in the morning in Australia just to listen to my panel discussions. And I would receive dozens of thank you emails from participants. When the panel discussion was over, I'll never forget, I opened my inbox and there was like an email after an email that they just wouldn't stop. I had 300 people in my summit and the emails just wouldn't stop. And the subject lines would be like, thank you, it was great, bravo. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I enjoyed it and I'm getting great feedback. It's awesome. It's super easy. It's a really easy way to light fire under a virtual summit. And after the panel discussion, you can be assured that people will attend more of your sessions than if you're simply doing interviews with people, right? So pillar number 2 is all about how to design your summit for high engagement and rave reviews so that people end up buying what you're selling at the end, right? Because a non-engaged crowd doesn't buy. And that's what you want for sure to see from your summit. All right, let's talk about pillar number 3. Understanding how to choose and how to approach the right speakers is one of the biggest keys to your summit success. And it's also the biggest area of mistakes that I see summit leaders make. So pillar number 3 is just that, how to find the right speaker or the right speakers who will serve your audience and eagerly support you. You want those 2 things from your speakers. You want people who are excited to speak for free and they understand the value of being a guest on a virtual summit, but they also are eager to support you. They are excited about the mission, the message of your summit. They are excited because they like you and they want to support you, right? And so what you want to do is you want to position your event as a golden opportunity for them. You want your guest experts tripping over each other to be accepted as a speaker in your summit. And I show you how to do that. Actually, I had speakers, I approached speakers, I had no list, I had a very small list at that time. And I approached speakers who were pretty successful. They were the go-to experts on their topics. And they did not only say yes to me, they actually pursued me for years after that to speak in my next summit. And of course, I couldn't say yes to everybody because I wanted some fresh speakers every year. But that's just to show you that when you position your summit as a golden opportunity, you will have no problems getting great speakers. Now, here's something else that I discovered, and this may actually blow your mind. What I found was that inviting A-level speakers, those top people with big lists, big names, right, that everybody wants in their summit, it can actually hurt your summit instead of supporting it. You can end up sabotaging your event by pursuing A-level speakers. So many people spin their wheels and spend their time and energy trying to chase these A-level speakers when it should really not be your focus at all, right? You should be focused on people who are eager to support you, eager to speak. They will not give you any problems. They will just be excited to be part of it, right? And so that's what you want to focus on. Now, some interviews are really boring to listen to. So you want to interview your speakers in a way that creates real value, right? You've seen those interviews where guest experts just go on and on about their story and people tune out and they don't come back. But remember, you're creating a training event, a high value event. So I'll show you how to move your experts through the interview process in a way that creates really highly valuable training sessions. But that's something to keep in mind. Yes, people want to hear the story, but keep it very short. Don't spend 20 minutes covering somebody's life story. Nobody wants to hear that at that stage just yet. People are there to learn. Pillar number 4 is going to be very exciting. And before we get there, let me check out your questions. I'm not clear what does the panel discussion look like. I'll talk about that a little later today, Carlin. It's a ninja move. It's a little bit, it's easy to do, but there's some strategy to it. And a panel discussion is basically a bunch of people on the screen or on the phone or on stage sharing their thoughts, their best practices, answering questions. You want to do it strategically and you want to moderate it in a way that allows your audience to get value from it, right? So that's hopefully is a start for you. Okay, see more questions. All these ideas are so inspiring, but I'm so stuck in my mind deciding how this would work in the career coaching field. This is really cool. I actually just had a career coach join Summits Made Simple, and we're going to work on finding an angle for her summit. So Kirsten, it's absolutely doable, and it depends on what you want to position yourself as, right? What you want to be known as. Alexandra, I have to go. Thanks for the, okay. Are you, Sarah is asking, are you saying to avoid big names? No, you don't want to avoid them, but you certainly don't want to put a lot of energy and focus on pursuing them, because what sometimes might happen, and that has happened to me and a lot of people I know, somebody will say yes to you and then they don't provide any information. You have to chase them, and that is very frustrating and time consuming. You also might start saying to other people, oh, look who I got in my summit, and then they don't show up. You're going to feel embarrassed. It's going to be stressful, frustrating. So if you can assure their attendance and their participation, great, go for it. If you feel like you're not ready to get a big name and you don't have a guarantee that they'll show up, that's something that you want to avoid for sure. Would they not make good speakers? No, they would make great speakers. Actually, a caveat here, I will say to you that many times a big name speaker will want to promote their own products and programs, and you won't have as much control over what they share and what they teach. And you should always be in control of your summit speakers and what they share. You are the host. You are in control of making sure that your audience is receiving great value, right? So it's just harder to work with A-level speakers, but if you can get them and they will enhance your summits and your credibility, absolutely do it. So it's not that you want to avoid it, it's just a different strategy. All right, let's talk about pillar number 4, and that is getting paid. How do you make money for your time, your efforts, your creativity that you put into your summit creation, right? So there are many ways to monetize a virtual summit, and I actually going to show you 7 monetization strategies in my program. But I will say to you that many people assume that by selling summit recordings, they're going to make money from their summit. And I will tell you that this is usually the smallest income stream. So I actually teach 7 different ways to monetize your summit, and choose the one that's right for you, for your business goals. But the most important thing to understand is that you want to choose a monetization strategy that will support your overall business vision. Do you do it for free or do you charge? And if you charge, how much do you charge? Do you sell recordings for $27 or for $500? Because some people will do that. I certainly had 3 tiers of ways to participate in the summit. And as I mentioned to you, that was my first 6-figure year, and I'm moving on to the next summit even more. So it all depends on what your goals are. Maybe the goal of your summit is to be a moneymaker just by itself. And that is certainly a monetization strategy that is absolutely can be done. So, you want to design your summit in a way that people are ready to take the next step with you, so that buying your product or your service feels like that natural step for them to take after the summit, right? So can you see how a summit is not just an interview series, how it can become the springboard for your entire business, a cornerstone, right? Let's talk about the last pillar, and that is all about filling your summit with attendees who will become your fans and buy what you offer next. The biggest strategy for promoting your summit is getting your guest experts to promote it to their audience, right? That's the nature of this event. It's a collaboration. It's a collaborative event where everybody shares with their audience. Now, some summit leaders don't understand how to motivate their guest speakers, so they come across very pushy and salesy, and basically turn them off, which is the last thing you want to do, by the way. The goal is, to get your guest experts so excited that they can't wait to share your summit with their followers. So that's what we're going to get into my program in this module. There are also 4 other ways to promote your summit, so don't just rely on speakers. I also cover that in the program, but let me give you another tip which I don't see anyone do. And I did it for every one of my summits to drive excitement, and a ton more people signed up for my summit. So here's what you want to do. You want to host a summit launch party. A launch party is a live call. It could be like a 2-hour call, 90-minute call, a 4-hour call, whatever you choose to do it as. But you use it to build up the anticipation of your summit and get everyone excited. The kind of things you can do during a launch party call is you can invite a few of your speakers. You can give away prizes. You can build a buzz around your summit theme. So you can literally triple your summit signups or more by simply hosting a launch party, right? So these are the 5 pillars. You know, can you see how it can become, a virtual summit can really become the springboard for your entire business? You get to attract thousands of prospects, clients, promotional partners within a single 90-day period of time. You get to generate dozens of new visibility opportunities, and you make money. You know, the first time I held my summit, I had a 6-figure year for the first time in my life. And since then, kind of riding that wave, I was able to build more 6- and 7-figure businesses, all as a result of this compound effect of virtual summits, right? There's a person in my group, that in my last group, Madeline Davis. She's a parenting coach, and she's been thinking of doing a virtual summit for almost 2 years. She knew the benefits of a summit, but she felt overwhelmed by the idea of actually hosting it. So she went through my program. She came up with a great theme, you know, with my guidance for her summit. She got 30 guest experts. Somebody asked me about how many experts, and I will say as many or as few as you want, that will complete, that will align with your goal for your summit. And so she put together a summit in just 2 weeks. Now, this is not typical. In fact, I recommend a 12-week timeline to really give yourself plenty of time to plan and host a successful summit. But it just shows you that you can do it. It can be done in a short period of time. Madeline wanted to do this in time for Mother's Day because her summit is called the Stress-Free Mom Summit. So she got it all done in 2 weeks. And she now has a high quality product that she can sell over and over again. Within 30 days from the summit, she actually ended up signing up 4 clients in her year-long coaching program. She also got featured on a dozen of podcasts and blogs, and she's still fulfilling all of those appointments, but she's scheduled about 25 people that she would be working with either as a client or as an affiliate partner. That's what a virtual summit can do for you and your business. And I show you how to get similar results. And by the way, Madeline is already planning her second summit on a slightly different theme because she can simply replicate what she did before, right? Virtual summits are now a cornerstone of her business strategy for bringing more leads, more clients, more opportunities. I think I mentioned Christine Closer to you before. So she held a summit called Transformational Author Experience. And Christine was actually about to lose her house and move in with her family. And her summit saved her business. In fact, her list grew by 10,000 people. It's not a typical result. You know, she already had some connections in the industry. She was not a complete newbie, but it just shows you that you can build a list within just a couple of weeks of running your summit very quickly. Within 4 years, her summit strategy led to $1.2 million business in business revenue. The opportunity and the income streams that she created as a result of hosting her summits, they're really unlike any other strategies she's ever used. And so what I really like about the way Christine does it is she runs her summit. I think it's actually in progress right now as we speak. She runs her summit, and then she attracts all these people to her business, all these leads of people who want to write or publish a book. And then she spends the rest of the year marketing her programs and services to them all year long. So hopefully you can see how life-changing a virtual summit can be for you. And I'd love to support you as you're planning and creating your own summit. And if you already know that you want to do a summit and you're excited to learn from the inventor of TeleSummit and somebody who's really big on simplicity, I would love to have you in my program. So let me just take a couple of minutes and tell you how the program works. This is a 10-week program. We start June 20th. The first 5 weeks, we're going to focus on learning and, the learning and planning of your summit. And then the following 5 weeks, we'll focus on implementation. The program is really a combination of short videos, live group coaching calls, and live Q&A calls. Plus, I set up a private Facebook community just for summit leaders where you can connect, support each other, brainstorm summit themes, topics, and even be a guest speaker in each other's summits, which is an awesome way to collaborate. So if you're excited about the possibilities and you want to learn how to do a virtual summit the right way, and use this powerful strategy to bring more leads and clients into your business in 90 days than you've ever had before, I would love to be your mentor and your guide. And I definitely want to make sure that you have a successful summit. So I'm including several really important, really valuable bonuses. I put together a toolbox of everything you need to host your summit. So you will get my virtual summit toolbox, all the emails, scripts, planners, templates to plan and host your summit. These are all tested and proven. I actually walk you through how to use them. So, you'll know exactly how to invite guest speakers, what to say to get them to promote your summit. You'll get page templates and email examples that you can customize and use as your own. And there's also a ready-to-use summit promotional calendar. You can use it to confidently fill your summit with participants. So that's the first bonus. The second bonus is something to do with your theme, because I've been really saying to you that a theme is everything. A theme is what's going to make or break your summit. And for that reason, I'm including a very special mastermind session where you'll get my personal feedback on your summit theme idea to make sure that it will attract great speakers and hundreds of or thousands of attendees. With my 18 years of experience in marketing, you definitely want my eyes and ears on your theme and on your overall summit concept. You don't want to put the summit together, put all your time and energy into it and not have a great theme, right? So that's why I'm including this bonus, and I'll be there for you for 90 minutes giving you feedback. You'll also get feedback from other people in the group because everybody's going to be working on their summit themes, right? And here's a really important bonus that I know my students really appreciate. I'm including a virtual walkthrough of your summit where we'll make sure that you have everything in place and ready to run your summit. If anything is missing, you'll know right away. We'll make sure that nothing falls through the cracks so you don't suddenly realize in the middle of your summit that you forgot to do something, right? And the last and my favorite bonus is the live 2-day summit planning retreat. It's going to be in Baltimore. I don't have the dates yet. Chances are it's going to be somewhere at the end of summer, but we will spend those 2 days putting your summit together. If you love being in a room full of people, all working towards the same goal, you will love this 2-day in-person retreat. We'll spend the 2 days designing, planning, and implementing your summit. You'll get guidance, ideas, from me and from other summit leaders. And now, again, this is a bonus. So if you can't make it for whatever reason, it's okay. You don't have to come. You'll receive all the training and all the coaching during the program, even if you don't attend the retreat. But it's there for you if you love getting away and focus on a project or a new business for a couple of days to really get things done. So just a quick summary. Here's everything you're getting when you join Summits Made Simple. We work together for 5 weeks where you learn everything you need to learn about summits. You start to plan and come up with different ideas and topics. You start designing it. And then the next 5 weeks, we focus on getting all your questions answered as you start to put your summit together. All your topics, ideas, anything else you need help with. There's a private summit leader Facebook community, which is one of a kind. There's no other community out there that is made up of people specifically working on putting together virtual summits. You also get a virtual summit toolbox with all the tools, scripts, templates you need. You get a summit mastermind where we nail down your theme. You get a walkthrough to make sure that nothing is missing as you're going into your summit. And you get access to the live 2-day summit planning retreat with me guiding you personally in a small group as you're designing your summit. So the total value of this program, of this opportunity, is over $25,000 $25,000. And if you are interested in signing up, here's the link, and your investment is just $19.97. If you prefer using a payment plan option, you can start today for just $3.97. And here's the link to enroll: www.summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. I do want to say that if you are considering paying through PayPal, there is an option in PayPal where you don't have to pay for 6 months. I think it's called PayPal Credit. And if that's of interest to you, you can just send an email to my team, which you can find on this website. So summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. I'm going to also motivate you if you are a fast action taker. I love rewarding fast action takers. And I do see your questions, guys. So I'm going to answer everything that I can in just a moment. If you're one of the first 15 people to join, you will get 2 fast action bonuses. So the first one is called Panel Discussion Secrets Revealed: how to host a highly engaging panel discussion and get your summit participants raving about your event. So I talked about how easy it is to host a panel discussion. And I want to tell you that a summit is an industry event where you bring experts to discuss important issues around your topic, right? When you start your summit with a panel discussion, the engagement goes through the roof. You can host one panel discussion, you can host multiple. I had 3, each one was focused on a different topic. They're very easy to host and moderate if you know how to do it. So I'll walk you through creating powerful panel discussion. I'll show you how to structure your panel discussion, and I'll give you the ground rules that you need to give to your guest speakers so that it's not chaotic, so that it's valuable, right? And I'll even include the recordings of 6 panel discussions that I did in my own summits. I had a coaching telesummit, which means I held 3 panels: practice building, practice management, and passive income. So you'll see how I moderated that. So that's all part of this bonus. You can see how they were done. In other words, by hosting a simple panel discussion, you are immediately taking your summit to a whole new level. And I will teach you how to do this in this bonus training. And then if you're one of the first 15 people to sign up for this program, and of course, I'm going to continue to promote this to thousands of people on my list and to my partners list. So you need to be in the first 15 people to say yes. You're also going to get a bonus training called Summit Launch Party Secrets: how to host a ridiculously successful virtual launch party for your summit and get hundreds more signups than you normally would. So a launch party, as I mentioned, it's a call. It's easy to do. It's free. It's so much fun. It'll get everybody talking about your summit, but there is definitely a strategy behind it. And I will do a special bonus training where I'll show you how to design, how to plan, and how to host your summit launch party. Nobody else is doing it, and no one is teaching this strategy. And you can literally multiply your summit signups and your results 3 to 5 to 10 times. It will literally light your summit on fire. So again, you must be one of the first 15 people to get access to these fast action bonuses. Before we get into Q&A, let me just say one last thing, and I'm going to give you the link to the virtual summit planners. Some of you are here because you guys are waiting. I appreciate that. So here's everything you're getting. You're getting the 10-week training program with me and access to the Summit Leader community. You're getting super cool bonuses, the live retreat, and you're getting 2 bonus trainings that will accelerate your results with your summit like nothing else. Nobody else is teaching it and nobody else is doing it. I did it early on in my summits, and I'm confused about why people don't do it. Maybe because they don't know the strategy. So I'm going to teach you that. So here's the link again: summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. If you join me at summitsmadesimple.com/enroll and you're one of the first 15 people, you're getting everything that I talked about today and more. I'm extremely hands-on with my students. I do see your questions. I'm going to head over there in a moment. Let me just tell you one last thing. Planning and running a summit takes about 90 days, right? In that 90 days, you will have accomplished what takes most business owners years to do. You'll have the expert status. You'll have the relationships. You'll build you'll build those relationships with your peers and affiliate partners. You'll attract hundreds or thousands of subscribers who will become your potential clients and love you and want to buy from you, right? You'll have a product that you can sell over and over again. You'll become a recognized name. And of course, it's so much easier to get clients when they recognize your name, right? And you'll be invited to speaking and partnering opportunities that are currently not available to you, right? All of that happens as a result of hosting your own summit in about 90 days. Your business after those 3 months will never be the same, I guarantee it. So if you've been struggling in your business, if you've been writing, speaking, blogging, connecting with people in social media, if you've been hustling, but not seeing the results that you expect, a virtual summit will change all of that if done right. So while I take a sip of water, I want to give you the link to the planner. So you can get a copy of your free virtual summit planner at the link below. Summitsmadesimple.com/planner. I guess you could have guessed that link, but here it is, summitsmadesimple.com/planner. So it's a free planner. You can start planning your summit right away. And if you want my support, we start June 20th, which is next Wednesday. I would love to have you in my program, summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. And I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And what I want to do right now is I want to put the link in the Zoom, summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. So that's the program link, and this is the planner link, summitsmadesimple.com/planner. Let me check out your questions. Okay. All right. Okay. From Trey, can summits work for business to business products, or are they more for relating to end users? Really both. It all depends on your goal and what audience you want to reach, how you want to position yourself. But there are plenty of summits for like the end user, you would say, consumer related topic, as well as on business. You know, my audience are business owners, so I always hold business related summits. Orius is asking, what if your guest speakers are well known in my niche, but are not tech savvy, do not have a product that you can promote later? That's okay. They don't need to be tech savvy. They just need a link from you to join your Zoom meeting, right? So I wouldn't worry about this too much. And if they want to speak, they will find a way to do that. And if you want them to speak, you will certainly connect with them on the phone and guide them through getting on Zoom or however you want to do it. If they don't have a product, that's okay. What do they have? Do they sell services? Are they doing public speaking? Why do they want visibility, right? Maybe they have a book. A lot of people will have book authors to talk about the message in the book. So that's really powerful. Kirsten, all these ideas are so inspiring, but okay, I think I answered that question. Sarah, are there fixed goal times for your program? Yes. So every Friday you receive a new video module that you can watch over the weekend. And then on Wednesday, we get together for a live call at noon every Wednesday, 10 Wednesdays in a row. Does your program include one-on-one coaching with you? It does not. However, our group calls are typically small enough that you get feedback from me personally. And I do participate in the private community that I'll always answer your questions. You also will get a buddy in your group, your accountability buddy that you can support each other and bounce ideas off of each other. You can get together with them on Skype, on Zoom, but this is a community for you to connect with other people who are putting together a summit. Are the coaching calls in the day or evenings? So it's at noon Eastern time, New York time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Letty, thank you so much for the amazing information. Love your simplicity and enthusiasm. Thank you, Letty. Don't forget, nope, I would never forget the planner. Thank you. Always love learning from you. Your program looks great. Awesome. Day or evening. What if I have to miss the first class? So the first class on June 20 is actually an orientation. So when we're gonna kind of get to know each other, we're gonna answer some initial questions. The real training begins on Friday when you receive your first module, and then we get together about that module on Wednesday, 27th, so June 27th. You're welcome. Harrison had a major problem joining the webinar. Yes, there'll be a replay sent to you a little later today. You're starting next week, impossible for me, but do you plan to run this program? So that's a great question. No, I do not. Actually, this is the second time I'm running Summits Made Simple personally, and I'm running it live. And this will actually be the very last time that I offer my personal guidance and coaching and mentoring. After that, it'll just become a digital course. So that hopefully answers your question. Noon in New York. So it's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern time zone in New York. Can you please put the type? Yes, I did. I put what I thought what it was, but it wouldn't download. So here, if you scroll above, if you scroll a little higher, Elizabeth, you'll see the link. It's summitsmadesimple.com/planner. Do you teach the technology, or must we hire a virtual assistant to set up funnels? So I'm going to answer this question in this way. There is a training session that my virtual assistant did on video, and you're getting that as a bonus. It's a training session where she teaches you all the tools that you can use for your virtual summit. If you want to hire a virtual assistant, certainly I always recommend it. It'll be a little easier on you. You know, you want to have an assistant in general. Thank you, Maria. Check that in. So yeah, I mean, hopefully I answered this. So there were other questions on Wednesday that I wanted to tackle real quick. I don't have a list of my own. I'm very new. Am I ready for a summit? I want to tell you that it doesn't matter how big your list is or how small it is. I've never had anybody, any of my students were never asked, how big is your list when they are inviting speakers? They get questions like, what topic would you like me to speak on? When is the summit? When do I record? Can I sell my product? Can I invite people to something else I'm doing? I've never had anybody actually being asked, how big is your list? So it doesn't matter. The simplicity of a virtual summit is that all you need is a great idea, and people will be attracted to it. The right people will be attracted. The speakers, the audience, right? Will there be a replay for the session? Yes, absolutely. There'll be a replay. I'll send it a little later today. Planning to do summits, but not ready with products and websites. So will you be available to answer questions if you launch next year? You might get my help through other methods. You know, you might send me an email and ask me a few questions. I'm happy to answer those. And actually, you don't even need a product to do a summit. First of all, the summit can be your product. And second, you can offer a coaching package at the end of the summit. You can invite all participants to request a strategy session with you, right? So there's so many other ways to monetize. You could also make money by offering the products from your guest speakers as an affiliate, right? So you can monetize your summit by simply having your speakers offer their product during your summit, and you will monetize it that way. Let me see, I see other questions. I was interviewed on a summit. So I'm reading a question from Carlin. I was interviewed on a summit once, and they required that I have at least, okay, so that is the difference, right? Do you ask this from your speakers as well? This is like the elephant in the room, which is my biggest pet peeve. So what Carlin is saying, that she was invited to speak at a summit, but she was required to have a list of at least 5,000 people. And that is the model that absolutely sucks. I have to tell you, I'm so upset with that model, because Carlin might be an awesome speaker who brings amazing value. And because she may not have a list of 5,000 people, she'll be declined, she'll be rejected. But think about it this way. What if Carlin's session will bring more people and more interest to your summit, will make your summit so much more valuable? So yes, you do want people with lists, but requiring a list of 5,000 people simply tells me that they don't really appreciate your expertise, Carlin, and what they really want to do is tap into your list. And that's when speakers get turned off. Weren't you turned off, right? You didn't like that idea, right? How long do you recommend for each interview, live or pre-recorded? I'm seeing it as a 30-minute interview. Right now, I used to do 60 to 90-minute interviews, and nobody's going to listen to those right now. People just don't have the attention span. They need to be extremely committed to listen, to sit through such a long interview, right? Phil says, the timing isn't right for me. I appreciate you saying that. The program will be available as a course in the future, but this is the only time where you actually get to work with me personally. So if you are seeing a virtual summit as something that you want to do, you might actually sign up for the program now. you'll get all the materials and you'll have lifetime access to them, but you also have an opportunity to come to the live retreat in a few months and plan it together. You'll also get the benefit of being in the community, which will not be available in the future. So just think maybe it will be a way for you to jump in sooner rather than later. Carlin is asking, Carolyn. Maybe it's Carolyn, not Carlin. I can't tell. Should interviews be live or pre-recorded? You decide, but most of them are done pre-recorded right now, and you'll just have to figure out a way to release them to your audience in a strategic way. All right, let me see if there are any other questions. Dr. Lisa is in. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you, Milana. Learning so much valuable information. Thank you, Vicky. Reed, how do you strategically plan the dates for the summit? Again, it depends on your goal, Reed. You may time it to be right before something else you're launching, or you might time it like Madeline did. Remember, she timed it right to be on time for the Mother's Day because she did a summit for moms. So that's my best answer without really knowing what you're doing. Okay, so let's see other questions. How long is each session? Each session is about 60 minutes. When you work with me on Wednesdays, it's every session is 60 minutes. I typically end before then. And I'm very hands-on with students. I know that some students text me through Facebook Messenger. Some people like to email me. I always like to move you back into the community so that when I answer your questions, my answers could benefit everybody in the group, but I will answer your questions as much as I can, right? Like, I know that you will not abuse my time and my privacy as you go through the program. So I trust you with that. Rachel says, great information. I am in, yay, awesome. How would my business coach, who also shared this, will be an affiliate credit? How would my business coach who also shared this with me get an affiliate credit? Oh, are you asking if the person who referred you to this program get an affiliate credit? Message me personally or send me an email, Rachel. I don't know if that's the question I'm answering. Yes, so if you used her link to sign up, she will get credit. It's all automated through tagging through the system. Tracy's asking, do you see more virtual summit as being as a weekend, 3-day, 5-day event? What dictates the length? Oh, this is such a great question. I was answering that on Wednesday. So, Diane, welcome. That's awesome. I see you're in as well. Timing is perfect. So, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Oh, how long the virtual summit would be? It's my ideal length is it's a week long. I noticed that people just lose the steam. So you want to time it, to share multiple sessions per day over the course of 5 days, right? I've also seen summits, and I've done my own summit as a 10-day summit. And I've also seen somebody do a 30-day summit, which I think is absolutely crazy because you imagine trying to focus on delivering a summit for 30 days in a row. That's just crazy, not only for you, but for your participants. Rachel, it will automatically trigger whoever will get credit. We can talk about that off record here. All right. Should the interviews be, okay, that's the question. So I think I already answered it. Live or pre-recorded, either one is good. It depends on your preference. Now I see a hand raised, but we're not going to open any raising of the hands because this is not the format that I can do it in today. I would like to pay on PayPal, but there is only a credit card option. Send me an email. Let me give you my email here. It's milana@milana.com. If you're having trouble, Leela, just send me an email, milana@milana.com. Trying to open Planner location, but did not find it. Let me go there with you and see if I can open it for you. summitsmadesimpleCom/planner. I'm actually going to share my screen so you can see what I am seeing. All right, this is what you should be seeing. summitsmadesimple.com/planner. When you put your name in there and you click download now, you get to see the entire planner right here. That's the link there. I joined for you. So that should work. And once, since we're here, let me just take a look at this real quick. So this is what you're getting when you're joining Summits Made Simple. And so this is what I was talking about. To use a PayPal credit option, request a personalized link by email, emailing our team. What's gonna happen is when you send an email through this, hi, it doesn't give you a link. Just send me a link, send me an email, milana@milana.com. What's going to happen is my team is going to send you an invoice and you're just gonna be able to pay it that way. Let's see what else is here that I wanna share with you. If you wanted a review of all the 5 pillars that I was talking about, it's all on this page, summitsmadesimple.com /enroll. Let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, oops, it started playing my voice. Let me close it down. Okay, so do attendees ever want to call in during the live interviews? If you're doing a telesummit, they are calling in. If you're doing a virtual summit by video, you might read their comments very much like I'm doing right now, right? In Firefox, the planner does not download and it's not working. I click and nothing happens. I'm not sure about that. I'm using Chrome and I'm using a very popular platform called Lead Pages, so it should work. Let me check real quick. Actually, why don't you send me a link, send me an email, Reed. I definitely want to get that planner over to you. If for whatever reason you can't grab it, send me an email, milana@milana.com, and I'll just attach it to you as a file. Okay, definitely don't want to leave you without it. All right, let's see, are there any other questions? Oh yeah, somebody asked me, I'm not an expert. Can I still benefit from doing a summit? The question is absolutely. Okay, great, Reed. I'm glad to hear you were able to get it. So this question is very cool because this strategy of virtual summits is very powerful for people who are just entering the industry. Let me actually stop sharing. So I want to see my face, seeing your faces, virtually speaking. So it's powerful because even when you're just starting out and you're not seen as the go-to expert on anything yet, it is your opportunity to be seen as the go-to expert. You can literally put yourself on the map very strategically by saying, I want to be seen as an expert on coaching newlyweds. So if that area is of interest to you, how about hosting a newlyweds happiness summit? I'm making it up as I go. Suddenly, people are going to start seeing you as the newlyweds expert, and people that you will be attracting to that summit are going to want to work with you because you are the person who organized it. You're the person who attracted all the speakers, all the attendees. You probably, I mean, that's our perception. You probably know more about it than anybody else, right? That's just an example. Okay, so even if you are not an expert right now or seen as an expert on anything, you can position yourself as a leader, as an organizer, by simply bringing people together. That's why I love this strategy. That's why it's so cool. I don't know if there are any other questions. I'm not seeing anything, but I so appreciate you guys sticking around. We are way past the time that I allotted for this, and I'm grateful that you're still here. So let me ask you this question. If you're still here, and if you're listening, you're not leaving, and if you have not joined the program, what is stopping you right now from joining the program? Ask me a question that can help you make decisions, because it's all about the decision. Yes, then move forward with virtual summits. No, then I guess it's a no for now. I mean, we still have a lot of people listening. Tracy says the launch party is just the host and Facebook participants, right? No speakers at the launch party. You can have speakers, absolutely. You can. Leslie, I'm very interested, but the money's not available at this time. Have you checked out PayPal credit, Leslie? Because that option allows you not to pay for 6 months. You just get credit and it's interest free for 6 months. So that might be a strategy worth pursuing. Anish, I want to do the summit end of July. Is that too soon? It depends on where you're starting. So if you're brand new to virtual summits, you've never planned anything like this before, I would say yes, it's too soon. And maybe you are already an experienced business owner. Maybe you already have speakers and partners and connections and a virtual assistant and partners ready to support you. Then maybe it's not too soon, right? Who is to tell? You can decide. But I generally like to give people a 12-week amount of time so that you don't feel stressed out. And plus, most people still have a business to run. You still have clients to take care of, right? You still have other things that you're doing for your business. But I will say that if marketing has not worked for you, if you've been trying to get visibility out there, if you've been trying to put yourself out there through a lot of different activities like blogging, speaking, podcasting, like all these things that you're doing, newsletter publishing, and it's not really creating results for you, a summit will literally condense all of your efforts into a single 90-day period. And you're going to get more results because of the energy and the visibility and the status of a go-to expert that you're going to create as a result of it. Diane, just so you know, I joined even though, okay, awesome. Doing the modules online is one thing, but the true value for me is access to your experience, insights, advice, and guidance. I agree. I absolutely agree. So if you decide to join and you can't, for whatever reason, do a summit right now, you know, you're welcome to send me an email when you are ready, and I'll jump on the phone with you for, 15, 20 minutes to approve your summit theme, because I really feel like you want my feedback on your theme. Some people will have a theme and they're convinced that it's the right one, and I'm looking at it and thinking, it is not going to work. It's not marketable. It's not clear. It's not going to drive the audience that you want. So I really have vested interest in having your summit to be successful, because my good name is on the line for that, right? So Milana at milana.com. Send me an email if you have any questions about the program, if you can't get the planner, if you're trying to get to pay through PayPal, Milana at milana.com will get to me, or if I'm not available, my team will answer. So we still have people on the line. I'll stay here if you're staying. Hey, if you like hanging out, we can be here till the end of the day. What other questions will help you make a decision to either yes or no? And while you're entering questions, I'm going to see if there's anything else that I have not addressed. Oh, is it a must to sell a program at the end? Absolutely not. You don't need to sell a program at the end. All you need to do is offer something like a service, like your coaching, or you can make your summit a product. One of the things that I've done in the past is I would offer recordings of my summit for $97, and then there would be another level for people to sign up at. So $97, and then if you want a post-summit 30-day implementation program, that would be $297. So I immediately brought people into a mini coaching program, right? You're welcome, Teresa. You're welcome, Christine. All right, guys. I don't see any other questions. And let me give you the link one last time. summitsmadesimple.com/enroll is where you can get into the program. It was a lot of fun. This was the last webinar for this run of the program. I'm gonna share my screen one last time, if I can. Oh, there we go. So there are the two links that you're seeing, summitsmadesimple.com/enroll, and for your planner, summitmadesimple.com/planner. Let's see, there's one last question. I think this was terrific. Thanks so much for making this easy. Yay, I like hearing that, Kellen, you're very welcome. Let's see if there's anything else. That's pretty much all I wanted to share with you. So if you have questions, if there's anything that is stopping you from joining, don't let the lack of details stop you from signing up, by the way. Um, what do you do in a launch party? That is exactly what I'm going to be offering in the bonus training. I'm going to teach you how to run your launch party. And Tracy, awesome, very cool. So this is everything you're getting. And uh, if you don't have enough details on how to do certain things, but you're seeing a virtual summit as this amazing possibility for you to uh, just expand your business this year or over the next 12 months, I would love to be part of your success. So yeah, come to summitsmadesimple.com/enroll. You can either pay in full and save a little bit of money, or you can spread your payments over the course of 6 months. Or as I said, PayPal credit will do magic for you and will allow you to join the program without paying and without interest for 6 months. All right, guys, it was awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for your questions. I look forward to seeing many of you in the program, and have a great rest of the day and a great weekend. Bye, everybody.